hear absolutely nothing about 106. I mean, the only thing I heard somewhere on Facebook, I saw a thing about Soulful Sunday, and I said, what? Where did that come from? And after being involved in the media all these number of years, I said, I thought I kept track of what was going on. I knew something about something. And then I laughed when I found out that it was Jones Media. I said, oh, well, I better get over there. Somebody's over there spending some of our
Them my cousins over there. I got to go over there. Them my cousins.
Yes, indeed. Jones Media. Here we come. The Joneses is hooking up. Yes, indeed.
It might be something magical about that last name, Jones. You know?
Well, I mean, look at how the circle is forming. Look at Miss Liz. Where did she go? Where did she disappear to?
She's running around this station somewhere, taking care of business as usual.
There are families in this community that have busy being families, but we have not kept track and monitored what role they've played in this community. This is our 50th anniversary for NAVETS Incorporated National.
Congratulations.
So we will be doing something red, white, and blue type more than likely on the 30th of this month. And we're kind of caught in between trying to decide where we want to do it, because we were hoping to start it as a 5-year plan and have this celebrated on the last Monday before the next year annually, which gives us a lot of time to plan, but it gives everybody else a window to celebrate their 50th anniversary like we're going to have to get a chance to be ours.
I think that's wonderful. In 50, there's something about that number as well. On Friday night, Miss Darlene Ayers and her husband, I did their makeup, and that's like my hobby, you know, and nothing wrong with having a hobby that you can get paid for too. And so Miss Darlene, she was Vice President of Human Resources at Brown Forman and retired some time ago. And it was their 50th wedding anniversary. It was such a beautiful thing to see. And now it's the 50th year anniversary for NAVETS. I mean, something about that number too.
We're reaching out and we're going to draw as many positive, beneficial organizations, companies, or what have you. The only thing we do not do, and never have done, is celebrate or partner up with tobacco and alcohol. We can do corporate sponsorships and support, but we can't do brands that conflict with our approach to what we're trying to project.
Okay.
Also, we are approaching from a benefit standpoint on the 30th, that afternoon, we will have a seminar to disseminate information based around the surviving spouses and dependents of benefits for veterans. We are also, as you know, just started recruiting active duty military. And our reasoning for starting to recruit active duty military is to give them a chance to prepare for when they leave the military. We want to give them a chance to be able to reach out and see what's available to them right after they come on board. Right after they come on board, they can be planning, for their exit, because that's what needs to happen. I know from my experience, if you wait until after you're discharged and you start looking, it becomes kind of a zoo almost. You can't cram all that stuff at one time. But on the other hand, we have so many surviving spouses and dependents that have benefits that they don't realize they have.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
So they don't. So the military really doesn't, inform them of all of these things? They have to kind of like seek and find on their own?
Well, now the military have systems in place that they can be exposed to prior to it. But if you start going back and look at the Vietnam crisis prior to that time, the technology that the Veterans Administration has now was not available there. Realize that the 10 years, most of that covered the Vietnam War, the United States didn't invest hardly any money in education at all. And a lot of that was due, we had so many conflicts on college campuses, and they didn't want to be seen as paying for conflicts. But that was a very hurtful time, because by not investing money in education, that meant that those veterans, their families and offspring, didn't have access to continued advancement in education. So we've suffered a lot. That 10 years has expanded to almost 30 years. But now it's on the upswing. The crisis is that veterans that's over 60 years of age, a lot of them does not have tech skills. And the Veterans Administration does not have a marketing budget. So you've never seen a billboard or any kind of things advising benefits for veterans. And because of that, we haven't been able to reach out through our churches, sororities, fraternities, and those organizations to push out in a hurry. And that's now what NAVETS is doing. That's why we've been having these seminars and been having all these different trial things in place to make sure that we can reach out into the community and actually have an office and outreach benefits where people can come to and get that information. But we're going to make a big push on the 30th. It's going to be after lunch, and people won't have to go back to work. We know once they leave, they don't want to go back anyway. But with that being an afternoon kind of thing, it'll be our best push to get ready to go into the new year. And those are some of the things that we can do without any problems whatsoever.
I love it. I think that our veterans need to be respected more. I think they deserve everything and more than what they get. I think that the active military should be, cultivating in the military, giving them classes like what you're talking about. And I'm so happy that NAVETS is now offering that to active military, because that's something that my daughter talks to me about quite frequently. And she's an officer in the Air Force. And she's like, I only got a few more years to go. I'm not looking forward to it because, they say it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare when you retire. And I'm like, really? Are you sure? And she's like, yes, Mom, I know too many people. They say it's a nightmare.
That will not happen for her. One of the things that we're very happy about, our 10 years of having NAVETS in this region, in the 5 surrounding states, is that over 40-some% of our membership are retired women veterans. We have a lot of field grade retired veterans that are part of NAVETS. We have judges and attorneys and police officers and about every career field that you can think of. But the push for diversity started with us when we started in 2008. In 2009, we had our first seminar, and it just drew it to the table. And I have to give credit to a lot of our ministers in our churches, because the ones that I knew said, well, Jones, you make sure that you open the door for these sisters. And the reason for that is because 85% of everything that happens in our faith-based community is by and because of the work. of the women.
Yeah,
And that was
girl
kind
power.
of behind the chair. I call it sister girl power. That's
Okay,
what
I like that better.
I
That's
call
my
it
new
sister
phrase,
girl.
sister girl power.
That's right. I call it sister girl
Hashtag
power.
sister girl power.
All right. And we do everything that we can do to elevate and showcase sister girl power while we beating the drum for sister girl power. Who do you think would make a good choice as a candidate for Vice President of the United States?
Kamala Harris.
Stole my choice.
Oh, I stole it. I thought you were getting ready to say no. I thought you were getting ready to say no.
You stole that's my choice. And I have reached out to her husband to ask him to get in touch with me. I know how he beat the drum to get her to try to become president. But look at strategically how this thing works. If you can connect the East Coast and the West Coast with a president and vice president, you realize how powerful that would be?
That'd be big. That'd be bigger than Biggie Smalls and Tupac getting together.
Well, that is the push for it all. And having lived in Los Angeles and owned the property there, I think that's what we need to do. It needs to be a coast-to-coast connection, some kind of way. And we will be working real hard every Sunday to get ready, but we are pushing for 2020. So if you got a plan, you got your eyesight focused, and you want to do everything, we do have a plan. We will have a school plan to work in the school system. We're working with the junior ROTC and everything we can. So there is a little education coming from the past with the veterans, but our eyesight, focus, and prayers ahead to the future. So we would appreciate that y'all will join us each Sunday. In 2020, we'll be going to 2 o'clock.
That's right.
So you'll be able to move your dial, and you'll be able to spend an entire hour instruction celebration. The first invitation for a guest in 2020 is going out to Senator Gerald Neal.
All right.
Miss Diane Porter.
All
who's
right.
beating the drum for us on the education side.
Yes.
We will walk the walk and we'll talk the talk. We have ministers and clergy and individuals in this community, professional and otherwise. We will also have an agenda for the 2020 legislature. We'll know what bills have been pre-filed, so we can become an active part.
You got some tea for me about that before 2020, or do I have to wait till 2020?
Sure. Well, you get to, Jones. That's one of the reasons I was drawn to Jones Media. Jones Media is willing to press all kind of buttons.
That's right, because I was out there Tuesday night here in Louisville, Kentucky for the MoveOn.org Impeach and Remove rallies, and I put that together, and I was the MC, and I'm telling you, we were freezing out there, but you know what? It was important.
I really care about you all very affectionately, but I have to tell you, I laughed at you all being out there in the cold.
You laughed at us? I
really, really thought that our blessings had created enough wisdom so they wouldn't be out there like that. And the biggest part of them just happened to be women. I said, wow, come on, y'all, take care of the affection and the sugar, get it back indoors. Don't be punishing the merchandise. Come on. Hey, y'all be blessed. We'll be back next Sunday. Jumpstart USA, 1:30 p.m.
I can't wait. I can't wait till next week, Commander.